Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you've not watched the previous video regarding introduction to conflict management, please do watch it first. The link is available in the comment section, and please do watch this video and share your feedback, thoughts, suggestions, and also please do watch the video till the end and subscribe to my channel. So there are specifically about 5 different methods that we can look forward to handle a conflict effectively. But before we step into that, please do look at the graph which is mentioned below. On one side, you have the assertiveness, on the other side, you have cooperativeness. So, if you are a person who has high assertiveness and high cooperativeness, or low cooperativeness and high assertiveness, the style of management has to be different for handling different conflict types. Let's dive a little deeper into understanding each of these management styles. We have 5 conflict resolution strategies, as I had mentioned earlier. Let's look at what those 5 are. The first one is avoiding, followed by competing. The third is accommodating. Fourth is collaborating. And fifth is compromising. Let us get into a bit more detailing about each of these strategies. The first strategy that we are going to discuss is avoiding. As the name itself suggests, that all of the parties involved, or either one of them, are avoiding the discussion, is called avoiding. Now, why will it happen? Is possibly because that the emotions are running too high, or the issue is not worth the effort, or it needs time, where either of the parties need time to analyze the situation or look at some additional data that might be required in a professional workspace. Or it can also be that the situation is out of control. Either of these cases, avoiding is not a very good idea. It is always better to have an open communication to ensure that the relationships are not destroyed. Now, moving on to the second one, which is called accommodating. It specifically is used when it is important to maintain the harmony between the parties involved. And it could also be because that the relationship is more important than the issue that is being handled right now. Or it could also be that one of them realizes that what they have done is wrong and giving it to the other person. This is called accommodating. The third, which I think the name is self-explanatory, where it says compromising. So it is like a win-win situation. This ideally happens when both the sides or the parties involved have the bargaining power, and it could also mean that it is because a temporary solution is okay or it is acceptable. Fourth strategy is called competing. It essentially focuses on your interest and not giving any importance or opportunity to the others involved in the conflict. This is essentially used when the time is critical, or it has to be solved in a very short period of time, and you have the expertise or the authority to resolve the conflict. It can also in some cases be because that the safety of the individuals or the well-being is at stake. The fifth and the final strategy is called collaborating. As the word suggests, it means that you are working together as one team to ensure that the problem is solved, not necessarily only in a temporary fashion, but it also has a permanent and a long-term solution. When is it used? Is when the issue is important and it has to be resolved. for both or all of the parties involved. As I mentioned earlier, permanent solution is required, and this is extremely creative in nature. To summarize what we have gone through or learnt in the last 5 minutes, conflict resolution is extremely important, and it is equally critical to understand or analyze the situation and consider the people and the mindset and the emotions that they carry, post which you can decide which of the five is useful and it will have a positive impact in closing the conflict in a amicable manner. And it is also critical, basis from my experience, to stay flexible and not to be rigid saying that this is the one method that will always be useful. So the key takeaways from this video should be that there is no one right approach at all times, and you have to understand how important conflict management is, and you have to choose which is the right approach for the right time and for the right reasons. So I hope you have a good understanding of how to handle conflicts and to understand it better, and I hope that it causes an impact both in your personal and professional life. Please leave a comment as to what would be your favorite method of handling a particular conflict. Please do let me know in the comments. Until the next video, stay safe. Thank you.